Hello everyone, welcome to a video from my Algebra 1B class going over the week 10 Desmos activity, getting into graphs of square root functions. So we're going to be doing a lot with graphs, doing a lot with equations, just seeing how they relate to each other, and have you do a lot of graphing and understanding how changing the equation affects the graph. Let's do a little bit together to help you get into this activity. So here's a parent of the square root function. When I say parent, I mean it's the very most basic, simplest function ever. This is actually the function, let me write it down here, f of x equals the square root of x. And I just want you to write down some observations about the graph. What makes it look different? What helps it stand out? It starts at 0, 0. That should definitely be one of the things that jumps out at you. And it seems to like just start in the middle of nowhere. It's different than a line or a parabola. It seems to increase in this case. We can pick down some points that seem to kind of stand out. It's increasing. It looks like half of a parabola. Just some observations about the graph. You can come up with any three that you want and compare it with your classmates. Okay, oops, jumped ahead there. So what I'm going to have you do is we're going to start building on this parent function. For a lot of the slides, I'm going to include the parent function and then start asking you to change certain things, add or subtract things, put negatives in things, multiply some things. We're going to start to get an idea about how square root functions work. So the first one, to move the graph left or right, we add or subtract values from inside of x. So you see x minus this value h, and you have a nice little slider here. So right now it's set at x minus 1. And we can see that if x is, or if h is 1, how does that compare with our original parent function? Well, it looks like it went from 0, 0. Now it starts at a different point. It starts at 1, 0. Well, what if I keep playing around with things? What if I make h 2? Well, now it looks like it starts at 2, 0. If h is 3, now we have x minus 3 inside, and so it starts at 3, 0. What happens if h is negative? Well, at negative 4, this is x minus negative 4, which is simplified to x plus 4. It seems like it actually moves it to the left 4 units. So you can get an idea that adding or subtracting from x moves it to the right or left. Other than that, it's the same exact graph. So now that we got a hang of that, we need to create a graph of a square root function that starts on the point negative 6, 0. So this one, I'm going to start it here. And I need to figure out how do I change the parent function to come up with my own function that actually works with that. So I'm going to type in g of x, I'm going to start a new function, equals the square root. So I'm going to add my square root here. I need my variable x. But remember, to move it to the left, we needed to have plus. So I'm going to do plus 6 inside the parentheses. And look at that. There's my square root function, and it's starting at the point negative 6, 0, just like I wanted to. All right. This one's done. We're going to leave my equation in here and move right along. So there you go, that's the first 4 slides. All the other ones are similar. We're going to work with moving things up or down in this one. You're going to have a couple other where you reflect them right or left, or reflect them up or down, change the direction. And you're going to put them all together and slowly build your understanding about how square root functions work. If you have any questions, let me know. But other than that, have fun working on this activity.